All right. So, welcome everybody to my newest video where I am going to be taking apart this PS5 remote. I'm going to show you guys how to peel the back off and how to be able to switch out the joysticks. Unfortunately, I am like recording this after like doing the audio after recording the video because unfortunately the audio didn't stick the first time, so I'm having to overlay a brand new audio. So for today, I'm going to be using this glasses repair kit that is seen there. Um, so yeah, I'm going to use these pliers, which will help me pull out some tabs that need to be pulled out, and I will be using the screwdriver and the screwdriver bits that will be shown right here, which will help me in being able to unscrew all the smaller screws. So to begin, we're going to use a flathead, and we're going to use it to peel off the back plates, the black plate right there that hides the first two screws. Unfortunately, in the second time doing it, I unfortunately did scratch the plastic, which hurt me a lot. You're gonna see right here. Bam, right there. Oh, that really hurt personally. But yeah, I really hope this is like following the proper time. It's like a second off. It's because I'm doing this while looking at a different video since the software I use is really iffy. Now that the plate is off, you will find that in the bottom of the remote you will find the two first screws. For those, you're going to want to use a Phillips head. Right here you can see where those screws are. It's right there. It's really blurry. It's not good to see, but you know, it still works. Um so yeah. Um yeah, you're just gonna want to unscrew those two. We're going to go ahead and grab our Phillips head, and we're going to screw in. We're going to unscrew those screws. Yeah. I apologize for the awful setup I have here. I had no idea how I was going to do this, so I strapped a headlamp to my head and attached the camera to that. So, it's like the ghetto version, I guess. Okay, next up, we're going to grab our flatheads once again, and we are going to peel off the R1 and L1 bumper buttons that are on the top of the controller to give us access to the other two screws, which can be seen momentarily. So we're going to pop this guy out. Pew! That one went flying. I already rebuilt the controller again. But yeah, I mean, like it took me a hot second to find that one. This one I try to be a little bit more careful with. It still flew a little, but yeah. Ideally, you'd want to use a plastic tool for this part since you don't want, and boom, but that one landed on my computer, so yeah. Ideally, you'd want to use a plastic tool to not scratch the plastic, but I ain't got any of that. Right there, you can see the other two Phillip heads. It should be a lot clearer now, which is good. It's very good. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and unscrew those guys, which I'm doing right now. hmm I think what I did there was I still had the flathead tip bit on, and I tried to unscrew it with that, and it didn't really work very well. By this point, I nearly forget to do one final step. There are two flaps that are going to be seen right there. I'm going to show them to you guys right here. It is that one and that one. Those two flaps need to be flipped off and unclipped to be able to take off the back. They're like the final security. Although I generally think you should take those off first. But even then, it's still alright. Alright, now those are off. It should be able to be peeled off. I'm very glad that there's no actual audio because you will miss the absolute cracking sound that the back of my controller did. It was really concerning, but other than that, we are good. So, yeah. With that right there, we have the back off, exposing the back of the controller and the battery, the microphone, and the port where you can plug that in. This right here is the back. I guess I'm not showing it very well, but that's all right. There we go. I'm showing the back of it, and here we are. From this point, we are going to grab our battery, and we're going to remove that screw right there that is on the black that is inside the black plastic piece, which is visible right there. I use my phone here to assist with the lighting, even though I actually think I did it worse. I don't actually think I helped much. Yeah, see, it's like it is not helping at all. The flash is just not doing it. But yeah, the screw's right there. So we're gonna go ahead and use that to unscrew our. Oh yeah, I had the freaking flathead on it. We're gonna unscrew that screw out of frame for some reason because who cares if you see it or not? Am I right? Just kidding. Come on, you gotta do better. And with this, it allows us to peel it back. Please, for the love of God, me zoom out, please. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Please zoom out. Please zoom out. Do I just end up not zooming out at all? Okay. Like I said, don't end up zooming out. So for context, there we go. I chose to move it. Okay, we're zooming out. Good. So to be able to do this part, we gotta peel these tabs off. This is what connects like the buttons and the rollers and the adaptive triggers and the R1L1. That's what it connects it to the actual motherboard. I tried using the rubber tip because it wasn't working, but it didn't work either. I ended up using the pliers. The pliers were great. I just had to use more pressure. Be very careful with this part because you can damage the wiring. And I'm not a professional. I just figured out how to do this one day. I had peeled the first one off, and it's now officially time for the second, I believe. Gotta do that little shimmy shimmy yang, and it peels off just like that. Next up is time to remove the upper one. Do I do the upper one yet? No, I think I ended up pulling off the battery next. I think. Unless I already did that, which by that point we have to worry about it. No, the battery's still connected. So I believe this right here is where I unplugged the battery to help me in to help me better access the controller. I was like, huh, why is it not peeling off yet? It's because you haven't unplugged the things that need to be unplugged yet, you bum. Hopefully this is the point where I end up like properly unplugging the battery, hopefully. The motherboard's moving a little bit there, but more things need to be removed to be able to better access it. That wire right there, that black and red wire, is connected to the actual controller, like those side parts. So you have to fold it with it. You can't like fold it the opposite direction. You can see the joystick moving in and out. Um, I think this is where I pull out the battery. Maybe. Nope. I don't think I actually end up pulling the battery. I'm trying to pull up the microphone here. I succeeded right there. The microphone got pulled out. And next thing I have to remove is the blue one and the battery. But I don't actually end up doing that just yet. Um, but yeah, I think I'm thinking about pulling out the battery here. And I'm looking. I'm like, what is going on? Why isn't it working? I think this might be when I started trying to peel out the blue one. And yeah. So I'm pulling out the blue one. This is what connects the touchpad to the remote. So we're good with that one. Um, Peeling that part off. We're getting better access, but the access isn't the best. So this is when I choose to actually unplug the battery very carefully, which makes my life easier. And this is when I can finally peel it back. I think this might have been when I realized that I had to unplug the blue one. Yes, it was, to get better access at it. Um, apparently I love to not show things in frame, which is okay. But yeah, you have to unplug the blue wire to be able to pull back the motherboard, exposing things like the speaker, the joysticks, everything that is important to the controller. By pulling off the joysticks, you can like switch them out and fix them and get new ones or get custom ones or anything you really want. You're about to see me pull one off soon. Right there, I pulled one off, and then the other one is right here. I'm trying to be really careful since I have really big fingers and I'm very clumsy. Come on, me, just peel the dang thing off. There we go. And yeah, that's about it. That's how you do it. Just follow the reverse process to put it all back together. And that is the process of taking apart and putting back together your PS5 DualSense remote. Thank you for watching, everyone.